Hello everyone, I'm here with a new process video today. This is a 6x8 pocket page layout, and this is the last layout for my Denver album for 2019. So I have photos picked out here, and for this one, I'm not sure that I want to use this. I put it in there in case I do. If I do, obviously I need a photo flip because it wouldn't all fit. I don't want something in every pocket like that. I need a pocket card here. So this is at least when I'm starting today, so it's very transportation themed about getting from downtown Denver at Union Station to the airport via train. So I definitely have embellishment type things I can use for that, but I need the card. And then the next big question is, do I want to use both of those photos? I have pulled out my stacks of travel themed cards here, and because this, if I use it, it's going to sit behind there. I don't really want to think about that in terms of what color to use. So really I'm looking at these photos. So that gives me perhaps orange, green, and red. That's what you see the most here. If I were going to do a blue, I would probably do this lighter one, not this dark that you see here. Maybe that, but probably not. I think I want some brighter colors. So orange, green, red. I think I've decided which card I want to use, and it's green. I picked this one because it says the best travel memories, and then it gives me two options that I can highlight. And I'm sure I can think of two things because even though this trip was only like what, 40 hours? No, not even 36 probably. I only stayed over one night. Plenty of stuff happened that I really enjoyed. So I'm sure I can make use of that. So I think I'm going to go with the green, and then that gives me an option for embellishing to do those other colors, the orange, red, definitely white, even a little blue. So I have that. Then I'm thinking I do want to include this. I always cover up the QR code thing. So I'll have to find something for that. And then I have to find another card, because if I'm going to do a flip, then I need a second card that goes in between these. For the card that's going to go in the photo flip, I decided I didn't want any journaling. I just want a background or a saying or something. And I found this one in my stash. This is just a piece of pattern paper, I believe. But I like it that it's got white in it, which I have, and it's got the lighter blue background, which I have, and darker blue, which I have. So I'm going to do that, but obviously I'll have to embellish it somehow, because when I flip up from this one, I want it to be exciting. I don't want it to be super boring, so I'll have to find a way to decorate that. I have pulled out these stickers, and I think I want to use this one on here because the blues match, but it also gives me some black, which matches with everything. And then I always journal in black, so there definitely will be represented on there, but then it will help spice up the card a little bit. What I chose to do here was to place it with some extra hanging over the edge, and I'm going to cut that off right now. I like to do that a lot because I just think it makes it a little bit more interesting in terms of design. Yeah, there we go. So I have that. I'll put in a little staple there, I think, as I like to do. Pretty close to the edge. Yep, there we go. Just a little extra something. And then I will either write or possibly stamp or add another embellishment here. I'm not exactly sure. And then I don't know what else I would add to that. I could do some splattering in green, which I have, but I don't know that I need to do that either, but we'll see. I have decided to stamp on this card rather than splatter. Stamping is somewhat easier. So I've pulled out this ink. This is Wild Wasabi from Stampin' Up, and I have this really old stamp set, but I use it constantly and I love it, so I keep it. So I'm going to take this one and just do some splattering, but do it with a stamp instead. Here's the card with the stamping done on it. So I just did a little bit up there and then a little bit towards the bottom, and I purposely had a little bit overlap in here just to make it fun, interesting, a little something different. Because I was going to the airport eventually, and I have this, I pulled out these stickers I have. These are from Everyday Explorers, and I like this one. It looks like an old hotel key shape, which is kind of fun, and it happens to have a plane on it, and it happens to be dark blue, which matches my photo over here and my dark blue here. So I think I'm just going to place it, do I want it in the middle or off center? I think off center a little bit. Yeah. Oh, it's slightly crooked. Ooh, these are very sticky. It's stuck now. Well, if it's a little crooked, it's going to stay that way. I've also decided to pull out some embellishments that I don't use a ton. I have this case here, and I have like 6 of these that are all in a larger case for when I want them. But I have a bunch of old eyelets still, some brads, and a bunch of different types of rhinestones. And I have these real small ones. Now, normally I use this size. This is about the size of a hole punch, so it works well. These are much smaller, but I think it'll work well if I put one right there, and then it'll add some more color and shine to the card. I've decided to use a red one, and it was not the easiest thing to get in there and find a red one, but I did because they're so tiny. So I will take just a tiny little bit of liquid glue because they're too small for a glue dot, and I will put that on that little circle right there. Here is the card with the rhinestone added, and I think it adds a nice pop of color and shine without having to do a whole lot. So I love it when things look better and you don't have to do much. For this photo, to cover up the QR code, at least partially, I am going to take this blue arrow and just kind of set it like that, and then I'll cut off what's extra. Now that these 3 are all done, I can put my photo flip together, and I have that at the ready. I've already taken off the adhesive, so I can just load it up and stick it on. Well, I just noticed, look at this. This one has a tear and a rip right here. I don't know what happened to it, if I did that somehow, or if it happened in packaging, not sure, but I'll have to throw that one away, and I will get a new one. I've got the new photo flip all filled out here, ready to go. So I have that one in the back pocket. This one will be on top. That's what you'll see when you flip. So I just have to take off the adhesive and put it where, oh, I just realized, nope, I need it to go this way because I want to flip down. I don't like it when things hang over the edge and then permanently closes the pocket. If I do it this way with the adhesive down there, this pocket is still open and this pocket's open. So I will switch those. Okay, now it's in the right order. So it'll sit like this. You'll flip down. You'll see that. All right. Now, oh no, my rhinestone didn't stick. All right, well, I learned about these stickers. They are extremely slick, whatever they're made out of here. So that's probably why the glue did not hold, because it's too much of a slick surface. So what I chose to do was I took a regular size glue dot, cut it in half, tucked it in here as best I could, and used that. I'm sure glue dots probably makes like a micro size, but I don't have any. I don't buy those. So I did it this way and it works. So I have the pocket attached here. I can show that. There we go. And now I'm looking at these other photos, and I pulled out this sheet of puffy stickers because I knew I had a train on there, and there it is. And it's even green, so it'll match. So I want to use that in one of these places. I'm thinking maybe here because I've got a lot of dead space here. This is a little bit busier, so not sure about that. But I think I can make it work right there. So I will peel it off. And let's see what I think of it. Yep. I like it. I'm going to put it right on the border of the lighter part so it shows up better. All right, so we've got that. And then maybe something up top in this corner, maybe a phrase label or something. I'll go into my stash. I decided that I didn't like the look of a phrase label because it looks too much like this. So if, I'm not using this phrase, but if I were to do that, it's just too similar, so that's not going to work. So I think maybe I'll look for some kind of a pennant or a circular option. I found these in my stash, and I think I actually want to use this pennant slash flag, whatever you want to call it, because it's got white, green, and 2 shades of blue in it. So that seems pretty perfect. I'm choosing to offset it here so it's not directly aligned there. I like it to be a little bit off center from that, so I'm going to attach it there. I will also put in a mini staple, and then I might stamp something on it. It has plenty of room where I could do that. Not sure what I would put there, but I have tons of travel related stamps, so I'm sure that I could find something. I've pulled this stamp set, and this is from Feed Your Craft. It was from 2018, called Here and There. No idea if it's still available, but that's where you can find it if you're looking to purchase it. And I'm looking at these, thinking about this arrival and departure here. I'm thinking I will not stamp that part. I'll just do departure because it would fit very well on there. So I'll just use a marker to ink it, and I'll do it that way. There we go, with the stamping done. So what I chose to do is I just used this marker. This is one from Close to My Heart. And I just inked the part of the stamp that I needed right here, stamped it, and that's it. So that's always a good solution if you only want part of a stamp and not the whole thing. So I'm going to put everything in the pockets here, and we'll see if it's done. There it is, everything in the pockets. So let's do some close-ups. This is the top row with a flip. There we go. Bottom row. And that was my last layout for Denver. So the next video you'll see will be a flip through of the album. Thanks for watching.